Hey everyone, it's your girl, the tea teacher. We are back again to talk to Ace-Chapo and his guest today. Ace-Chapo, how are you doing this morning? Would you like to introduce your guest?
Yes, I would. I'm good, by the way. My guy got my homie, a very talented artist, from where I'm from. His name is R The Czar. Go check his shit out go check his music out whenever y'all get a chance, because he definitely dope. Brought him here just to, chop it up with us and talk about future endeavors and everything that he got going on, as well as everything we got going on.
Definitely, most definitely. So it's
I don't. It's my bad. Wi-Fi issues going on over
oh, you
here.
okay?
Yeah, you good, bro.
So what's some of the things that's been going on lately? R The Czar. I am the tea teacher. To some, I am Sugar Mama. I am Lakia, but not that type of sugar though. Okay. Uh, so what's some things that's been going on that you've been doing out here that you can collaborate on?
Um, Man. So I started a concert series called Taste My Movement. That's actually what this is his logo. So that's one thing. Been doing that for about a couple of years now. Actually, we like to highlight, what I'm saying, artists that a lot of people aren't necessarily hip to, but they're dope. But that actually are talented, but just may not have the connections to get a stage. Especially with COVID. Like COVID really derailed a lot of artists' progress. So that's been one of the goals. Most recently though, me and Ace-Chapo, we both were nominated for best hip hop artist in the city of
Congratulations
Cleveland.
to both.
Shout out to Chelsea Pastel for actually getting the dub though. But it was still a good experience though.
Sweet, 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 sweet. I know I talked to Ace-Chapo about you, and I told him, I said your style is like a Erykah Badu type of poetry type of rap, which I like. I really felt it listening to you on YouTube, and to me, and me and Ace-Chapo talked about this before, a lot of rappers need to just be themselves, whatever comes from the heart. Some rappers, they talk about the street life, some talk about love, some talk about, just the movement of the world. And like you said, COVID has really affected a lot of people, from the studio, from concerts to ticket selling, basically everything, even when it comes down to family affairs. So, it's a good thing for everybody now to start getting back into the studio and start letting the world hear y'all music, hear where y'all come from, the heart.
Not like COVID had its cons for sure, but it had its pros too. And I say that because like when COVID came around, like I'm not gonna lie, I ran my numbers up. People ain't have nothing to do but be in the house on the TV or on the tablet or on the phone. And us as entertainers, we were entertaining. And I ain't gonna lie, COVID was bad, but as far as like the fan base and the numbers and just like, just how you say it, like interaction, it's like them numbers went up during COVID. Really, honestly, for me, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a job, so I pretty much worked the entire pandemic. That was, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a good thing, but I wasn't able to take advantage of, being at home and really locking in on like making content and things like that. Because like I said, I still had to get up and get out.
How was it having to work through that? How was that?
So to this day, I still hate the mask thing. Like that was probably the hardest part for me, because initially, like, I was like, low-key hyperventilating. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to having a mask on for 8 hours straight.
Right.
So that was probably the hardest part. Outside of that, we saw less people. But I mean, what I was doing was fixing cell phones at the time, so it was like we saw, we were considered a what they call that, essential.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was kind of, I will say it was kind of scary just because it's like, man, when in our lifetime have we ever seen a pandemic?
Yeah.
You know,
right.
But outside of that, can't really complain.
Yeah,
man.
And by me being at home, a homeschool teacher, I'm not out in the public. I'm at home. And so, and then like going, but when our kids, well, they're not kids. Let me recorrect that. We have young adults. So they won't, think I'm calling them kids. But we have one son that's still in school. He's a senior this year. He's graduating early. But, when he go out with his friends, or when our other two grown adult kids come in, they would have to wear their mask and hear them Lysoling stuff down. And, because I didn't want nobody to, to catch it. And, you go through the store, like you were saying, you got to wear these masks, and masks really irritates my skin. So my whole face will break out when wearing the mask for so long, and itching and irritating. But now it's not as bad as it was. And like you said, Ace, that makes people, your numbers go up because the only thing you do is just sit at home.
Yeah.
So, you mostly either on YouTube or you on Spotify or Apple, listen to music. So, I mean, that's like you said,
like it's up and downs. Like it was a bad time. It definitely was a bad time, and it's better now. I mean, because it's still kind of a bad time, but it's better now. But as far as like just being an entertainer, it was like, damn, you know what I mean? It was just like, man, where's all this coming from? You know what I mean? But then you get to think, you put in perspective, like, well, people ain't got nothing else to do. That's why I'm like working hard now, because it's like, I don't want to be like that guy to be like, oh, well, I only ran up certain numbers and stuff like that because people were in the house. It's like, nah, I'm just that good. Like, but I got to work hard to show that. You feel what I'm saying?
On the flip side, though, we can say that COVID was the reason, but it really got to be your energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It had to be a magnetism in the energy, because, you know what I'm saying, if you was putting out whack content,
right, the numbers were right.
Would not be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't even look at it like that. I would still hard though, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't look at it like I only was popping because of COVID. Like, don't do that.
And that's why I'm like, yeah, I gotta work hard now, just to like, not just because I'm not trying to prove it, but it's more so like to myself. You feel what I'm saying? Because us as artists, we like, we always doing the next thing that we like. And it's like, when you get gratitude from other people, they like the same thing you do, it kind of like fuels you. So more so for me, it's just more so like proving to myself, like, you're right. It wasn't just COVID. It was like I said, I'm just that good. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, I understand on both both angles, because if you was putting out whack stuff before the COVID, you still gonna be putting out whack stuff during the COVID.
Yeah.
So
indeed.
But if you putting out bomb stuff on before, it goes both ways. Like when I started this podcast, a year ago, I was like, okay, I'm at, because of COVID, when COVID hit, I'm at home and all this mess. But I had to realize, like I told Ace, I'm a talker. So I made like so many contents while I was at home. So, I was putting them out every day. I was putting it out on my podcast. And, I have another friend that has a podcast too called The Tori Donald Show. And she was like, well, look here, ain't nobody really listening. Well, if they wouldn't listen before, they're not going to listen now. I mean, you can't just put out like, 2 episodes and I'm just done. I'm going to wait a whole 6 months. No, you got to keep on putting your content out there back to back for folks to realize it, for them to know, hey, I'm still here. You see what I'm saying?
Like what we were talking about last time. It's like that whole consistency thing. It's like
you have
just being consistent. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Just being consistent.
It's the only thing that matters.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's consistency. As long as you do it.
Still be whack. You know what I'm saying? You could be consistently whack and still, you know what I'm saying, build, you know what I'm saying? Because people, they grow to know and expect, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, once you have a definitive, it may not be, what am I trying to say? Once people have something that they can attach you to, like a slogan or even an animal, or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that, once they can identify you, it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, like I said, like I always say, like once they like you, it really pretty much don't matter what you give them once they like you. You know what I mean? So yeah, like like I said, it's the consistency, man. As long as you just keep, like you said, you can be trash, but as long as you keep doing it, people got an expectation now, and then it grows a fan base, and it's like from there, it's like, hey, all you had to do was even the days you ain't feel like doing it because it get hard. You know what I mean? It get
It's
hard,
hard.
but
Really.
you know, you
It
get
really does it.
discouraged. You get
And I'm really not even a entertainer like that, but I mean, much respect to the people that's out there, because y'all have to really work hard, because you have folks out there be like, oh, this is trash, no. But then when they sample your music, like, if I was trash, why you sampling me then? Or why are you because it's clout. To me, I feel like we tell our kids every day, even when they was little, you got to learn to respect yourself for number one. You got to know what you're worth and who you are for number two. You can't expect somebody else to be like, oh, you good and because they could be just saying that and still throwing rocks and smiling in your face. You got to know from yourself who you are and how good you are for anybody else to do that.
yeah, you
And
got to
that's what
believe
people
in
don't
yourself.
realize.
Like I said before, you got to believe in yourself. It's hard to have people believe in you and you don't believe in yourself. So that's really just where it starts. It's like, just put like you said, just be you. Just being you. If this is what you love to do, then this is what you love to do. It shouldn't matter, who like what or what, this, that, and the third. It's like, this is what you like to do it. Because as long as you keep doing it, something's gonna come from that. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, most definitely. So, R the Czar, what really got you motivated into your line of music?
So I'm gonna start by saying I didn't make gospel music. I didn't make songs for the strip club. So I feel like I'm all over the place as a person. But everything that I put out, I feel like it's me though. I don't feel like, it's never been a time where I was like, no, that's just not, So I just like to keep who I am at the center. You know what I'm saying? No matter, what direction I decide to go in, it's just me. Like, it's just a reflection of my thought process.
Do you think like as artists like that, how you just said, like, I put out, like, it's me. It's me. Do you think that hinders us sometimes when it's like we want to put out what we want to hear, but like, what about what they want to hear? You get what I'm trying to say?
I do get what you're trying to say. And I'm gonna answer that twofold. One, I heard a guy. I actually heard two people say it. They said that when an artist put out music that's not what the fans expected, trying to gain new fans, it usually backfires. The Richard, the dude from KSwiss, he said that the main dude with the tongue, he said that. Gene Simmons, he said that, and also another rock star who was inducted last year, he also said that, and I agree, because it's like anytime where I did try to deviate too far, like, people would be looking at me like, all right, we was expecting this from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We expected this. It is a gift and a curse. It is, you'll never know the true outcome until it's actually done.
Right.
You won't know how it's going to be received until it's actually received. And that's, Scarface, the movie, was a blockbuster bomb. Like, it didn't do well in theater. But everybody got the DVD now.
Right, it's a classic.
Right.
It's a classic.
So it's like you just never know what's gonna hit, home to people. I mean, I guess you kind of do know. Like, when you reaching, and when you just genuinely just in your zone, and nothing else matters. When you in your zone and nothing else matters, it connects with people. People love it. and they share, etc.
Yeah, because me personally, it's like I love to make what I want to make. You know what I mean? But sometimes I feel like what I want to make, what I want to hear, ain't what you want to hear, and I know I ain't gonna, make everybody happy, but you feel me? It's like I feel like sometimes me wanting to make what I want to make, it hinders me because it's like, well, why not explore what they want to hear? You feel it? To me personally, it's like, why not?
Sometimes even if when you put out things that they want to hear, even if they don't want to hear, they still not gonna like it sometimes. Even if it's the best song or best rap out there or best movie, they still gonna have something to complain about.
You are right. You are right. You
ain't gonna please everybody. You honestly, what I realized just over the years is once you start to cultivate a fan base, you just gotta continue to cultivate your fan base. Because what they're gonna do is bring other people who think like them to your music.
Right.
Once you start getting wrapped up in like trying to catch everybody, that's when it started to be looking like, you
trying
just
too hard.
Doing anything. Exactly.
Yeah.
You just doing anything for college.
Yeah.
And it's like counterproductive at that point.
Yeah.
It's worthless
random, but I'm really excited. My stickers just came in.
Oh shit. Congratulations, really excited, bro. Props to you, man.
Thank you. So
that's dope.
Submarine scuba diver version of myself.
That's dope. What you doing with them?
So I'm finishing up the project because the project is called Live from the Sea.
Okay.
But so I just wanted to have all my materials ready, so when I actually do throw it up, I'm ready.
Right.
I got everything I need.
Gotcha.
And that's another thing too. People gotta be on their P's and Q's when they do things. You can never be lacking. You can never be hesitant. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta be 10 steps ahead of instead of 10 steps behind. Because if they catch you lacking on anything, there's another thing for them to gossip about. Oh, he didn't have this, she didn't have that, or what's going on, and then there are people blowing up on social media. I knew they wasn't no good. So you gotta always be prepared. You always gotta be ready. Have your merch right then and there on top, on point.
Yeah, but see, I feel like me personally, I feel like even if you on your P's and Q's, even if you got everything right, it's like it's gonna always be something to talk about. You know what I mean? People just that's just what people do. You know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad, you know what I mean? But that's just what people do. The only thing we could do really is just, in a sense, like, just ignore it as far as like the negativity. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, people say good things, people say bad things, but I'm sorry. People say good things, people say bad things, but we got to learn how to, ignore the negative, because that negative, people bringing that negative energy into your life, it kind of, sometimes it seep on you and you find yourself, you was on it and then you let too much of that get to you. Now you look up, it's been 3 months since you produced something or did something or wrote a track.
Never let nobody take you out your character. Don't never let nobody take you out your character, because that's their main goal, is to take you out your character. And there you are. And then when you look back at it, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. Well, don't never let them do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't gonna lie. My middle school experience was some of the worst experiences of my life. Ever since then, like, it ain't really too much people can say that's gonna really have me down in the dumps.
Right. No, I get you.
Been through you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was coming up, kids crueler now, but kids was cruel, man. So it's like,
they know too much. They know a lot now. Yeah. They hop on that Google.
It's crazy. It's even crazier.
I mean, it was bad right there. I'm an 80s baby. I'm an early 80s. And so junior high wasn't my hardest. It was the high school. But it wasn't from being a bully or anything like that. It was from, you know, you too light skinned, your daddy is white, things like that. That's what really got us. But far as the bullying, I think I was the most one that was doing the bullying. No, and it wasn't
you gonna sit up here and say you was a bully.
I mean, not to the point that I was like a bully. Like I stood for myself because like
I get you.
Take it to where when I was in school, they used to be like the preppy kids, and we used to kind of go like in the cafeteria, knowing we wouldn't eat anything, but they like walk past us and, you know, be wearing their little cheerleader outfits and acting like they was all hot to try, not knowing their boyfriend was sleeping with one of our friends in our group. You know, we would just say things like that. But as far as the bullying, it wasn't really too much back then. But kids nowadays, they're a whole lot worse than what it was when I was going to school. You know, it's too much internet, too much social media now than it is back then.
Yeah. See, because we only had to deal with like jokes.
I couldn't imagine going viral for, you know, anything like, you know what I'm saying, like middle school, like, you know, imagine you got beat up in the lunchroom, and now it's everywhere. I couldn't imagine like going through something like that, like, cause like 50,000 like
man. You wouldn't be able to lay that down.
No.
Yeah, like, what's next? What do you do after that? Now you got to fight everybody just off the
Now you got to fight because everybody gonna test you. Everybody. Man, yeah, these kids got it worse these days. I couldn't imagine. Like I said, all we had to do, you know, when I was going to school, it was joke cracking was the thing. It's like we crack, and that's why like I got the jokes. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like because we did it. That's how we did it. But these days it'd be like, oh yeah, he said such and such. Let me record this. Like, dog.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't that fresh back in like middle school, so that was like the biggest thing for me. Like, if I wore some on Friday, then wore it on Monday, they're like, "Bro, you wore that on Friday." I was like,
clown.
I did not think I was checking that hard.
Hey, I get it, bro. I get it. He said you wore that Friday.
Like, dang, like y'all acting like that.
Like, you watching my outfits? What's wrong with you?
Like, what if I watched it on Saturday? Like,
it was still too close in the week.
Like, dang.
Oh man.
Now, if you would have wore it on Thursday instead of Monday, it probably would have been a whole lot better.
Thursday and Tuesday would have been a whole different ball game.
That's crazy. That's like so Monday. What though? Like it's clean. Like what you saying?
See, when I was a kid, KSwiss was the main thing. When KSwiss first came out, that was a kicker in my school. You had to have the fresh KSwiss, and I begged my mother to get that for me, and she finally did. And I had them until I graduated from college, and I gave it to my daughter. They never had a scuff or nothing.
How you do that? You was flying.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I just cleaned them constantly. I cleaned them. I mean, I just kept my shoes really neat.
Damn.
If I'm a beg for a shoe for years, yes. And I went 4 years of college.
I was just talking to my wife earlier about how I got shoes from 2018. I'm like, man, I never had shoes that long. Yeah. I would kill them. Like, they would be dead.
When I was young, I used to kill my shoes. Now I got shoes I ain't wore in years. You know what I'm saying? Look good. It look good though. You know what I mean?
No.
But I think
when I was younger, I used to run the room, bro. I'm trying to.
When you drive though, that's a whole different factor because it's not like, you know, man, they blowing me up right now.
You are popular, ain't they?
You got that event tonight, man.
Talk about your event.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh yeah. Two Chefs in the Beat Island Edition, man. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Two Chefs in the Beat platform, but pretty much what they do is it's usually 2 chefs. Tonight they actually got 4 chefs, and they all making plates, like different plates each, $20 a piece. I think the admission is $5. They got me performing. They got Trav Hand. They got Malik X. There's a couple other people that I can't think of offhand. What's gonna be a dope event, man? Like they usually have a nice crowd, nice little mix of people too, coming from all over the city, east side, west side.
Yeah, man. I can't wait because I'm going today with you. I'm gonna meet you up there. I can't wait to see it, man, for real. I know it's about to be dope. I know it's about to be, you feel me?
That's interesting. Down here in Pumpkin Land, we don't have things like that for us Negroes down here.
Where you at?
I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Why was I thinking Texas or Kentucky?
Oh, no.
I'm tripping.
No, I'm down here. I'm 2 hours away from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you did tell me that too.
Yeah, I'm in the cow town. That's when we don't have events like that down here, but we're trying to get that started next year of all us getting together and doing things because we all have different histories and different stories that we need, want to share with everybody. So we're trying to get that started for next year.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Something
now, is that predominantly like that area is predominantly like Caucasian?
You probably, basically cows.
Okay.
White folks, down here. I mean, you have your Mexicans and your Indians and
stuff, right.
Mostly it's white. I mean, but no shade, no tea though. But we need to all come together. Like when we have like events down here for like at the lake or at the park for like 4th of July or Black History. They don't want to come out. They just want to, let's stay at the house and have it outside. No, let's get together and let's involve everybody in the event. Right. And so people really don't do that too much down here now. But my family is originated from Mississippi. So, trying to bring that in as well. And, just bring some culture down here.
No, that's definitely fire. Yeah,
so do you have any events coming up, Ace?
Right now I'm playing the back scenes, man. I got some major work to put in. I got these features to do. I got some upcoming features with some very, very, very talented artists from around this way as well. So I'm kind of locked in on that, as well as I'm about to drop these couple videos here in the next like 2 to 3 months, drop 2 videos or whatever. So yeah, that's where my head is at right now, as far as right now. I'm just trying to, like he said, I'm just trying to cultivate all of my fan base, like get it all together, know exactly what my demographic is, continue to put out, continue to be that chef and serve my restaurant, the food, you feel what I'm saying, and continue to be prosperous at what I'm doing. I'm going to jump back probably into the doing shows things at the top of the year. Like I said, I'm trying to work on getting a tour together. But that's a hassle within itself, process within itself, shall I say. But as far as right now, I'm in the studio. That's what I'm doing. And showing my support to my, my peers, such as my guy, R The Czar. Like I said, I'm going to check him out tonight as well at his event.
Hope we see some pictures or it goes live on Facebook, on social media, so everybody can enjoy it, even the ones that's not actually and physically there. We want to see it as well, see what the content is. Yeah. So, do y'all want to tell any of y'all fans anything before we leave this fabulous conversation?
Go ahead, Brody.
You know what? The fans, what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that, tap in anytime, because I know life goes on, and what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all can hear the baby in the background.
Hey, we love kids.
Yeah.
I got a couple people who be really coming through, and they like I said, they got kids too, and it's just mind blowing. When you look up and some years and went by, and you done had X amount of shows, and they done been through, what I'm saying, a great deal of them. So shout out to everybody who support them.
Hey, that's right. That's right. I didn't know that we was all parents on here. But like I said, you never can tell who has kids, because they say black don't crack. So that's a wonderful thing.
You feel me?
Right. Because the first of the year, your girl be 42, with 3
Oh,
kids. So,
congratulations.
hey,
I'm trying to
thank you.
get
I
there.
try.
I'm
I
trying to get
try.
there.
I try.
You
So
know what I mean?
everybody, fans, y'all see Ace and R The Czar. Y'all go check them out. Give them some support, some love, and just, hey, be who you are, because if you forget where you come from, you ain't gonna never know where you're going.
Mm.
All right.